So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome to Springboard's 2023 commencement ceremony. Standing here today, I feel like I'm on the edge of something big, the top of a mountain or the tallest diving board at my local swimming pool, and at any moment I may slip off the edge and fall. Though I imagine anyone who knows me would expect nothing less than for me to fall off the face of a mountain, or maybe more realistically, just my chair at school lunch. I think the funny part about where we, the graduating class of 2023, stand is that we can't see what we are standing at the edge of. The people who summit Mount Everest find their eyes wandering toward the huge abyss right beneath them and are thrilled with anxiety and fear, yet they still have the privilege of seeing how they're doomed. We don't have that privilege, and that is equally terrifying as it is exciting. I remember feeling like this on my first day of 5th grade. I was anxious about a new school, new kids, and new teachers. What ifs consumed me as I walked on the yellow school bus that morning and sat myself in an empty seat and took notice of the fact that my feet dangled off the edge. What was right in front of me I couldn't even reach. What if my feet never reach the ground? I thought. What if, when I jump, I never land? A little red-haired girl interrupted this thought as she sat beside me on the bus. She must have noticed my nerves because she gently grasped my hand and held it for the rest of our bus ride. I remember noticing that her feet hung off the edge of the seat the same way mine did. Neither of us could touch the ground. Neither of us knew what was up ahead. But when she grabbed my hand, I knew that I wasn't alone in this feeling, that the little red-haired girl and I were hanging off the edge together, riding the yellow bus into the unknown. I'm much older now, and even still, whenever I have a big event approaching or new anxiety on the rise, I think about the way she reached out to me that day, how her small gesture made such a major impact on my life. She won't be beside me to hold my hand through all the tough spots of my life, but with the impact of people like her, I am encouraged to take risks and to not fear what it's like to not land on my feet, to embrace the feeling of free fall, and to trust that I will find solid ground. Looking ahead at my future, at all of our futures, there is nothing but uncertainty. It's beyond easy to get mixed up in the stress of making the right decision that the small moments in life slip through the cracks. Whether we pick our college, our major, or our job, we are plagued by the idea that we may not have made the right choice. When the world challenges us, when we are pushed to a point of exhaustion and panic, our minds get lost in the fray and we lose what is most vital. What is most vital is us, the people, our friends, our community, and our families, and the memories we share together. At the end of each day, at the end of our lives, the memories we share with one another will be the moments that carry us forward. It's a guiding hand from a new friend. It's a stranger letting you borrow a pencil. It's sitting in the library laughing through work with your friends. It's a teacher staying after school to help you write a difficult essay that reminds us what life is truly worth living for. However fleeting, the way we've known each other inside these same hallways for the past 4 years makes stepping away the slightest bit easier. As we stand here, all together, feeling like we are at the edge of something big, it's easy to be scared about taking this next step, to want nothing more to rewind the clocks and turn around completely. But there's something so special about taking such a big leap of faith together. Not faith that we made the correct decisions for our futures, but faith in each other. Faith that no matter where we may land, there will be someone reaching out to hold our hands.
Thanks, guys. You're embarrassing me. You could stop now. Good evening, fellow graduates, staff, friends, and family. I'm honored to stand before you today on this milestone we all share. And by all, I mean it. Our parents in the stands were our very first teachers. Our chauffeurs to soccer practice at the mall. Our providers and protectors. They were integral to ensuring we made it to this day, like with consistent reminders to fill out the commencement participation form. Thanks, Mom. Our teachers through our years have given us the amazing education that has led us to sitting here today. Our friends have encouraged us by making each day more enjoyable. And of course, we fellow graduates have endured 13 long years, have done all the work, and are ready for whatever lies ahead. Up until recently, we've all shared a pretty similar journey, a daily path of snoozing alarms, studying, and homework, balanced with friends, work, and a home life. Though some had a few extra obstacles, faced a few more windy roads or weathered terrains, we have all trodden similar paths that have led us to these very seats. Similar paths which now have had reasons to diverge. And although today we all may feel that twinge of excitement, that relief of finally reaching the end of this shared journey, I, for one, am willing to admit that I'm scared. Scared of moving on, leaving everything and everyone I know behind. Scared of starting over, making new friends, and rediscovering go-to hangout places. Scared of making wrong decisions, and scared of learning how to make the best of them myself. But the truth is, these milestones always come with change. And while change can be scary, it isn't always so bad. Everything we've learned through our time here at Springford has prepared us for our future. And I'm not referring to projects, presentations, or Socratic seminars, but rather the confidence and creativity we have acquired through them to be able to interact with others. Despite social fears, we possess the skills to make new friends at our future destinations and rediscover staple hangout spots. I'm not talking about the Pythagorean theorem or the significance of the green light in The Great Gatsby, but rather how with them, we gain the ability to piece together puzzles and problem solve, whether through numbers or context clues. Regardless of our hesitations to make those big life-altering decisions, we possess the skills to assess our decisions and make the best ones, or at least learn from less thoughtful decisions. And yet, although it is easy to tell fear to take the passenger seat for a bit, overcoming it is not as simple. Fear will persist, but you must remember who is in charge and remember that you are not alone. We may all be in new paths, but we are on our new paths together. That being said, our long journey together may be coming to an end, but each of our own stories has barely been written. So through whatever your future goals may be, take the time to work on yourself. Grow as a person and aim higher than your goals because you can never be too careful. Don't just dream, but do, and make sure you don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. The world is a grand place. Our paths may bump and meet again, but nothing is guaranteed. Make the best of wherever your journey takes you, and I hope my path leads me to Michael B. Jordan or Zane. I'm fine with either, I'm not too picky. But jokes aside, thank you to my family, friends, and teachers, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Allison Zanib, for your messages tonight. Good evening, families, guests, faculty, administration, board members, and graduates. On behalf of the Springford Area School District staff, administration, and board of directors, I sincerely congratulate each and every one of you on your commencement this evening. For the past 12 years, you have been afforded an opportunity that you will never have again. To prepare for your future, you have been exposed to outstanding programs and educators and have been able to do so in a friendly, safe environment. It is our hope that you have been provided the educational and social foundations to enable all of you to find the personal success to which you aspire. Throughout this time, there is no doubt that you have experienced numerous highs and challenges no one could have imagined. It is our hope that the Springford Area School District has provided the framework to enable all of you to prosper, regardless of the challenges that lie ahead. Class of 2023, I would like to take a moment and thank you for the last 4 years. You have demonstrated the ability to be flexible and adaptable when needed. This class experienced many firsts during their time at Springford, like the first junior prom, new graduation standards, Canadian wildfires, and navigation of various modes of learning during unprecedented times. You have done so with a level of maturity, resiliency, and poise that has been impressive. This year's graduates contributed in many ways to the success of our school through their involvement and dedication to academics, clubs, music, the arts, and athletics. Their individual and collective achievements have set the bar high for others. My advice to you is simple. Wherever you go, go with all of your heart. Do not underestimate or lose the sight of opportunities that you have to do the right thing. Commit to make someone else's life better and contribute to something greater than yourself. You have the power to make a difference in all you do. Congratulations, class of 2023. I wish you nothing but the best. This evening, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing a special group of individuals. As is our tradition, we have invited the 50th year reunion class to join us for our commencement ceremonies. Seated to my left on the field are the attending members from the class of 1973. Please join me in welcoming our guests. Thank you, and welcome back. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Barry Schaefer, President of the Springford Alumni Association, to make a special presentation. Mr. Schaefer.
Takes me a while to get here. Good evening to the class of 2023. I offer my greetings from the Springford Alumni Association. As a lifetime member of the Alumni Association, I am here tonight to recognize a distinguished alum who, like you, has graduated from the Springford School District. This individual followed his dreams and made a significant part in his community, and in the state. The Springford Alumni Association has established a Springford Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame Award that is presented yearly during the commencement exercises. This year's recipient will receive a plaque, and a duplicate plaque will be placed in the hallway across the auditorium and gym entrances into the high school. This year's recipient is Mr. Mickey McDaniel. Mr. McDaniel graduated from Springford in 1973, and while at Springford High School, Mr. McDaniel was a two-time letter winner in basketball and in baseball. During his senior year, he was class president, member of the varsity and pep clubs, captain of the Rams basketball team. He also performed in the spring musical Camelot. And tonight, members of his class of 73 are in attendance as guests of the Alumni Association. During his 27 years tenure, he initiated 11 new sports programs, added 8 seventh grade teams. He was selected as the Pennsylvania State Athletic Director of the Year in 2006. And during his tenure at Springford, there have been 102 PAC team championships, 17 sectional district regional championships, 2 state titles, and 193 PAC individual championships, 14 sectional district and regional championships, and 5 PIAA state champions. During his coaching career with girls basketball, there have been 11 PAC championships, 3 district championships, and 1 state championship. His career girls basketball coaching record stands at 222 wins, 68 losses, with a 77 winning percentage. Mr. McDaniel has lived in the Springford community and continues to bleed blue and gold. He's married to the Springford alum, Becky Hedrick, and in October they'll be celebrating 47 years of marriage. Also in attendance tonight is his son Kyle, his wife Jen, and their daughter Corey and husband Nicholas, and their 2 children, Maxwell and Mason. I also want to say that in 2021, Mr. McDaniel was inducted into the Pennsylvania State Sports Hall of Fame, the Tri-County chapter. For his dedication to his profession, his commitment to his community, and the pride he brings to the Springford Area School District, the Springford Alumni Association proudly presents the 2023 Springford Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame Award to Mr. Mickey McDaniel.
Great looking group here.
Yeah. There you go, Mickey. Right over here is the photographer. Oh, here. Oh, you got 2. All right, hold it. Got it? One over here.
Yeah, you heard Barry, so I'm putting my earplugs in. Before I start, I'd like to say 50 years ago on this field, we had the Sprint storm. And this year on the 50th, we bring the Canadian wildfire. So you can blame it on the class of 73. You can hear there's an echo, so I have my ear pods in. Thank you, Mr. Schaefer, and thank you, Alumni Association, for this honor. I am truly humbled and appreciative of this recognition. Thank you to those I have served during my tenure at Springford, the school board, administration, colleagues, staff, coaches, students, athletes, and the community for your support. Mostly, a big thank you to my family for your inspiration that you have given me in allowing me to invest the time that is needed to perform the duties of the athletic director and the coaching duties to the best of my ability. Class of 23, I have spent the last 27 years being inspired by the students of Springford, which makes it an honor to have an opportunity to speak to you today as you set to embark on your next chapter of life. So I would like to challenge you to aspire to inspire, and not just a reflection in the mirror, but those you interact during your lifetime. When we think about inspiration, let us focus on not the accumulation of accolades and awards, but the words, actions, and attitudes we represent and how they impact those around us daily. Being an inspiration can come in many forms, such as overcoming adversity, achieving success, or simply being kind and compassionate to others. It means being someone that others look up to, or simply being kind and then allow people to admire you, and you can lead them to be their best selves. Two individuals who embody the aspire to inspire mentality with different paths. Taylor Swift. Yes, Taylor Swift, who recently performed in Philadelphia 3 nights during her Eras tour, inspires us through art. Her music has been recognized as a source of empowerment, portraying positive messages of hope and strength, and pushing younger generations to strive for greatness, even if they are from different peers. Taylor grew her craft under the judgmental and at times harsh eye of society, but never lost her focus on her goal to entertain and inspire those around her. Her path to success has a scope far beyond her musicality. It's her relatability and compassion that ignite motivation and inspire us all to be better. Kyle Kuhn, although he may not have quite the global following, he is undoubtedly remarkable and jaw-droppingly inspiring. Kyle is a decorated Paralympic athlete that inspires us through a story of adversity. He lost both of his eyes by the age of 7 due to cancer. But by the age of 14, he hiked the 26-mile Inca Trail in Peru to the top of the Machu Picchu. What makes Kyle so inspiring to others is his ability to set goals, achieve them, and set new ones while never dwelling on his disability, living a life without limits. Although Kuhn's athletic accomplishments are heroic in nature, he believes his greatest impact has come in the form of his positive attitude, which is almost notable amongst his peers. Cancer took his sight, but blindness gave him vision, and the mountain let him live to inspire. You don't need to be famous or hold a certain status, but you will leave a mark. So why not make it an exclamation mark? We all have an audience, whether it be large or small, looking for us for guidance and an inspiration. I encourage you to leave your time at Springford with an ambition to strive for greatness and to use your talents and abilities to motivate and uplift others. Each of you has the power to positively impact the world by setting an example and sharing your knowledge to inspire others to achieve their dreams and goals. We can't wait to see the legacy you leave behind on your journey. Congratulations to the class of 2023, And my last message is, we are Springford. Rams, Rams, Rams. Congratulations.
Thank you, and congratulations, Mr. McDaniel, for your ongoing support and dedication to our school district. At this time, I'd like to invite your class president, Jacqueline Van Holst, to the podium to share her remarks and to make a special presentation.
Standing in front of you all now, all I can think about are some of my favorite memories with you all. Our first blackout football game as seniors, and seeing you all at prom looking your best and expressing each of your individual tastes and personalities. Seeing you all here today, gathered before me like this, is my next beautiful and perhaps last memory with you all, but I assure you that it will leave another favorite, long-lasting impression on my heart. Being your class president these 4 years has been one of the most cherished experiences of my life thus far. As such, I thought a lot about what to say to you all today, and what exactly, in this moment, you may need to hear the most. Despite celebrating this achievement in a moment of happiness and togetherness, I know a lot of you also carry heavy hearts. Our high school years, our childhoods, are officially leaving us. If growth, by definition, is simply the natural progression of time, perhaps it is something that's out of our control. After all, it feels like we just blinked our eyes and now we're here. In my junior year, I was introduced to a book I would end up reading over and over again, using in my college applications, and even talking to you about today. A book that, unsurprisingly, was introduced to me by Springford's endlessly brilliant and insightful teaching staff, for whom I'd like to express my highest esteem and admiration. The book was called Mindset, and in it, world-renowned psychologist Carol Dweck described what's called the growth mindset. The idea that despite our belief that human qualities and capacities are carved in stone, that we all have varying but innate limits to our intelligence, artistic, musical, or athletic abilities, when we believe we can actually cultivate the talent, personality trait, strength, or feature we desire, we determine whether we become the people we want to be. In this moment, you now have this entire life ahead of you, ready to be cultivated exactly the way you want it, with effort and purposeful engagement. We decide if growth is something that passes us by, or something we take and develop into exactly what we decide we value most. Turning the page from your favorite high school memories to the empty chapter of your life for which you are now the sole author, I want you to have a mindset for growth that doesn't just accept the fact that time is progressing and we are no longer high school students, but embrace the control you have over your development. Reinvent yourself. Discover your passions. Have experiences you never could have imagined. Chase your aspirations. Be exactly the person you dream of being. From now on, you choose what you become. From now on, class of 2023, the future truly is in your hands. It is now my pleasure to hand the keys to the school, a symbol of our community's greatness and integrity, to the president of the class of 2024, Tarneet Singh.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I respectfully accept these keys on behalf of the junior class. The class of 2023 has impressed us time after time with the tremendous talents that they possess in a variety of areas. They have exhibited artistic, athletic, and academic skills of great magnitude. We wish you all the very best in all your future endeavors, and we will work hard to live up to the sky-high standards that you have set for us. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Tarneet, and best of luck as you lead the class of 2024. It is now my pleasure to introduce your House Principal, Dr. Elaine Rupert, to share her remarks.
Good evening, families, faculty and administration, board members, and most importantly, members of the class of 2023. Students, you are embarking on a time when the decisions you make now will inform the direction your lives will take in the future. For the past 4 years, your paths have traveled over the same ground, but after tonight, they will diverge in over 600 different directions. On the paths you have traveled thus far in your lives, you have encountered detours, obstacles, and triumphs, which have molded your character and tested your resolve. You have made a myriad of decisions and choices, which have brought you to this moment. Now you stand on the threshold of choosing your path through adulthood. Some of the paths available to you may seem wide and well-trodden, while others will be narrow and unexplored. You will navigate countless crossroads, each with its own set of opportunities and challenges. Sometimes you will stumble and fall, but it is through these setbacks that you will learn and grow. Keep in mind, it is not the destination that matters most, but the journey you undertake and the person you become along the way. As you venture into the world, remember the importance of kindness, compassion, and empathy. Every choice you make ripples out, touching the lives of those around you. Each one of you has the capacity to inspire, uplift, and empower others. Choose your paths wisely, with courage and conviction. Embrace the unknown, learn from your experiences, and make a positive difference in the lives of others. Congratulations, class of 2023. One more. As you encounter all the forks in the road of young adulthood, I wish you fulfillment and success in finding your path.
Thank you, Dr. Rupert. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Erica Hermans, current school board president of the Springford Area School District. Mrs. Hermans.
Hello, Springford. As mentioned, my name is Erica Hermans, and I am so very honored to be here today on this joyous occasion. I mean, really, what a joyous occasion this is. You have reached a tremendous milestone. You all make a statement, a clear statement that no matter what your next steps are in life, you have acquired the knowledge and skills and made the most of your time here at Springford that are going to serve you well in this next stage. And when we think about, the journey that you all took to get here, it was all different, right? You all navigated different highs, different lows, achieved different successes at different times, and I want you to be personally proud of that journey that you took. When we think about a Springford education, we know that it's more than just what happens in the classroom. It's more than meeting academic requirements. It's about giving you opportunities to enhance your critical thinking skills, giving you opportunities to positively impact those around you through the bonds that you form, and really help you grow into successful, young, capable adults who are ready to interact with what is an increasingly interconnected and diverse society. I am confident that you all have what it takes to change the game. And now it is incumbent upon you to take everything that you've learned here and translate it into utility, put it into practice, and acquire all the skills, all the experiences to give your accomplishments greater meaning. And when I think about your potential to do that, I am very much inspired. I am inspired because I can see the energy among you. I can feel this potential that's ready to be unleashed to experience the world in new ways. And for many of you, it's probably not unlike what you felt on your very first day at Springford, which to our graduates on the field feels like a lifetime ago, but I'm sure to the families in the stadium feels just like yesterday that they were getting you prepared for your first day of kindergarten. And so my advice to you is don't sit on the sideline waiting to change the game. That's the thing with time. It's relative, and believe me when I say that it moves faster with age. So don't wait. Get in there and make smart decisions each and every day to make an impact, no matter how big or how small. In fact, it's oftentimes the little things, the small things that we do each and every day that have the most significant impact. And nobody knew that better than an extraordinary young lady by the name of Julia Grace Eveland. Julia will forever be in the hearts of our Springford community and a member of the class of 2023. Julia offered some simple yet amazingly impactful words that I believe, if you stay anchored to them, will help you navigate your everyday and help you stay focused on what truly matters, making the positive contributions that you want to be known for. So first, in the words of Julia, think about what you're going to do in the future. Julia was a child with unbounded optimism who was not afraid to sing out loud because she knew the sun would come out tomorrow. I challenge you to find that same deep sense of purpose, passion, and level of optimism for whatever you do. For many of you, this takes time, self-reflection, discovery, and there is no doubt that what you are passionate about today will likely change down the road. But when you find it, latch onto it, because it is that sense of passion, it's that sense of purpose that is going to prompt you to want to wake up every morning and share that music within you with others. Secondly, give someone a hug. Julia had the ability to give hugs that would make friends feel appreciated and strangers feel loved. She had a generous spirit, not only caring for others, but taking real action as a result of it. So my challenge to you is to lean in to compassion, empathy, and service to others. Never lose the ability to put yourself into somebody else's shoes, because we live in an amazing country with incredible ideals, and we have made so much progress, but there is work waiting to be done. And I promise you that if you put people at the center of your work, whatever that may be, it will reward you in ways that you probably won't anticipate. So while this seems like a culmination of your journeys, your social journeys, your intellectual journeys here at Springford, I think we all know that this is simply the beginning for all of you. Stay anchored to Julia's words. Find your passion. Don't forget to bring others along for the ride. And when you do, I have no doubt that what you will experience next will be even more personally fulfilling. I can't wait to see what you all do to change the game. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Hermans. Mr. Rizzo, please join me at the podium. Mr. Rizzo, all of the students seated before you this evening have met and passed all of the requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Springford Board of School Directors and are certified to receive a Springford Area High School diploma. Mr. Rizzo? Thank you.
Yeah, pretty exciting. I'm the last speech, even more exciting, right? Good evening, graduates, families and friends, school board members, faculty, and staff. I am truly honored to be here this evening to say a few words to the class of 2023. Tonight marks the culmination of 13 years of work, effort, and commitment. In your 13 years, you have worked hard, exercised patience, developed lifelong friendships, experienced joy and sadness, and you persevered. You've completed the first leg of your journey and are well positioned for success in whatever way that means to you. I would offer just a few words of advice, and not necessarily in any particular order. First, know your passion and make that your job. You are all uniquely gifted with talents and passion. Employ your talents and passion and do what makes you look forward to the beginning of the week versus the end. Second, work hard, very hard, and embrace struggle. Your path will require great efforts, and that's okay. Actually, it's quite normal. Face it head on rather than retreat. We learn so much about ourselves when we persevere through difficult times and events. Keep working tirelessly and endeavor to meet every challenge as a hurdle and not a barrier. Number 3, enjoy the process of reaching your goal more than the goals themselves. Each step towards your goal should be celebrated and your own growth acknowledged. Number 4, be better to others than they are to you. That doesn't mean you need to sacrifice your values or not stand up for yourself. There is so much strength in remaining positive and encouraging amidst negativity. Always remember that you will leave an impact on everyone you encounter. People always remember how they were treated. Knowing that fact, always consider the positive impact of being an encouraging force to others. Lastly, always find time for what should be the most important thing to you, your friends and family. I cannot underscore enough the importance of finding the right balance between working hard and maintaining a commitment to those you love. Jobs will come and go. Your family is yours and worth every minute of investment you put into them. In closing, one of my favorite poems is entitled Attitude by Charles Swindoll. Swindoll states that our attitude is more important than the other things we may place a lot of value in, such as gifts, money, failures, successes, other people's words, and education. He challenges us to be in charge of our own attitudes and asserts that life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. We wish you the very best on your own personal journeys and next steps. We hope that you will always look back at your time at Springford fondly and know that we are supremely proud of all of you. Congratulations, graduating seniors of the class of 2023.
Allison Marie Belair.
Satulin Mayanpaw.
Zainab Fatima Hamid.
Travis Henry Marsh.
Brooklyn Aubrey Adams.
Vincent Martin Magazzolo.
Mahadi Tripura Adaraju.
Vincent Martin Magazzolo.
Lionel Robert Aguilar.
Natalie Louise Magliente.
Hannah Alexis Alt.
Mazen Ibrahim Mohammed Safer.
Jaden David Amit.
Anastasia Elizabeth Maley.
Liam Robert Anderson.
Shriya Krishna Malnidi.
Abigail Jean Andrus.
Akshat Manchanda.
Madison Gail Andrus.
Aditi Mengal.
Nicolette Taylor Aquilante.
Samantha Karen Marinello.
Michael Stephen Aristando.
Brendan Paul McCoy.
Madison Ann Armstrong.
Tasman Rael Radkowski.
Bryce Maxwell Levin.
Suniti Hosamane Srinivas.
Anthony Thomas Attilio Jr.
Michael Andrew McGuire.
Grace Ann Bachman.
Logan Patrick Marsh.
Evan Richard Badger.
Michael Emery Marshall.
Lily Christine Baker.
Alexis Jolie Martin.
Tyree Anthony Banks.
Isabella Mateus Maslin.
Aiden Ethan Daniel Benuelos.
Chloe Elise May.
Mitchell Anthony Barajas.
Ryan Peter McAllister.
Michael Joseph Barber, Jr.
Molly May McCann.
Bradley Sean Barkley.
Ainsley Jade McLean.
Arib Mirza Barlas.
Ashley Sage McLean.
Gabriella Marie Bath.
Olivia Faith McClintock.
Jack Philip Baumgartner.
Sophia Hope McClintock.
Lauren Evelyn Bautista.
Aiden William McCormick.
Fred Lee Beard III.
Alexander James McCourt.
Riley Nicole Bierce.
Luke Robert McCready.
Luke Joseph Beckton.
Catherine Sophia McCreary.
Matthew Nunzio Bellingary.
Jocelyn Samantha McCree.
Carlene Nicole Benjamin.
Ryan James McCullough.
Jada Marie Benjamin.
Samuel Jack McDermott.
Jessica Hope Bergen.
Joseph Mason McDonough.
Aiden Robert Berger.
Dylan Edward McFadden.
Valentina Burney.
Isabella Grace McGill.
Adrian Bryce Bilgera.
Michael Anthony McKenna.
Connor James Berkner.
Jacob Gordon McMullen.
Abigail Maria Bitterman.
Jameson David McMullen.
Tegan Lee Bittner.
Megan Victoria Ann McPoyle.
Catherine Ann Black.
Tatiana Nicole Mahia Sosa.
Jake Austin Blackmore.
Amanda Louise Mellon.
Amisa Sana Boaz.
William Joseph Menser.
Joseph Dominic Bomarito.
Julia Patience Merdinger.
Jed Joseph Benani.
Jacob Brian Mest.
Justin Vanderbilt Booker.
Juliana Michaela Metry.
Michael Jerima Beretsky.
Bridget Marie Metzger.
Alessandra Lynn Boyer.
Joshua Daniel Miano.
Maeve Claire Brennan.
Kylie Susan Michael.
Zoe Kimberly Brennan.
Erica Mondre Michaud.
Reed Tyler Brickle.
Kate Lynn Myers.
Jenna Nicole Briggs.
Kylie Victoria Miller.
Timothy Joseph Brisson.
Morgan Elizabeth Miller.
Dylan Xavier Broderick.
Dylan Matthew Milione.
Logan James Bromirski.
Joseph Edward Millison Jr.
Paige Elizabeth Brown.
Madison Jane Milstein.
Samuel John Brown.
Jaden Lawrence Minter.
Betty Ann Bruno.
David Eli Miscavige Jr.
Lane David Berkman.
Ethan Emmanuel Mitchell.
Owen Michael Burry.
Christopher Dwan Mitchell.
Brianna Grace Butcher.
Mia Ray Mitchell.
Clinton Bullock.
Vanya Benedict McConchu.
Glenn Samuel Buono.
Catherine Elizabeth Moretz.
Clyde Hudson Butler.
Evelyn Rose Morgan.
Stella Louise Butler.
Emma Sophia Mortz.
Eric Gray Butler.
Gavin Wiley Mosebrook.
Vanessa Jasmine Calvario Holopa.
Felicity Danica Moser.
Megan Ida Calvert.
Joshua Kenneth Motzer.
Brianne Campbell.
Nicholas Michael Moyer.
Highland Richard Campbell III.
Dhruva Say Mudliar.
Kevin Andrew Canuso.
Kenna Louise Mueller.
Hunter Laris Capel.
Sheridan Michelle Mueller.
Luca Edward Carboy.
Beckham John Mugala.
Gracie Marie Carlin.
Kaylin Stanley Mukherjee.
Colbin Matthew Carpenter.
Ty Anthony Mullen.
Nafis Zamir Carpenter.
Talia Lynn Mustachio.
Jana Rose Cathers.
Samyan Simha Nakela.
Josue Katzoli.
Sophia Maria Nanji.
Jenilyn Rose Kaysen.
Haley Grace Naruski.
Aurora Sky Shivaroli.
George Thomas Netherly.
Gary Chopra.
Austin Stephen Neff.
Aiden William Christie.
Paul Frederick Newland IV.
Owen Andrew Christopher.
Jesse Duong Wen.
Jake Carl Chivarelli.
Nina Ni Wen.
Mackenzie Logan Siri.
John Christopher Niskala.
Matthew Robert Shizowski.
Aaliyah Mohammed Noor.
Dylan Mitchell Clark.
Matthew Stephen Offner.
Matthew David Clark.
Uche Ugana Okira.
Michaela Nicole Clavos.
Ian Daniel O'Leary.
Regan Jessica Cleary.
Donovan Albert Ortlip.
Connor Jordan Cobb.
Ashley Elizabeth O'Shaughnessy.
Gianna Marie Coco.
Ava Claire Euler.
Maria Regina Colasanti.
Alana Marie Pagnotti.
Chase Logan Cole.
Luke Andrew Payevich.
Riley Morgan Cole.
Arnav Shamvat Palam.
Kevin Tracy Cole.
Jack Panarella.
Rihanna Angelina Kaleli.
Avery Lynn Paris.
Ethan Price Conant.
Colin Preston Parker.
Bailey Patton Condren.
Gia Donna Parker.
Amelia Irene Conley.
Sarah Grace Pastor.
Sydney Reese Cook.
Anai Vipul Patel.
Chase Kevin Corey.
Anshu J. Patel.
Julia Ann Corpeles.
Vadika Patel.
Hope Marie Cotillo.
Jose Denelson Paz Rodriguez.
Sean Drury Crawford.
Madison Leigh Peck.
Charlotte Westcott Crocker.
Esther Freitas Pereira.
Kira Ann Quaget.
Allison Janine Personius.
Michaela Marie Crowder Williams.
Orion Philip Pfeiffer.
Dalton Cole Crowell.
Madison Suzanne Pierce.
Audrey Elizabeth Cummings.
Ronaldo Pierre Louis III.
Joshua Dwayne Cunningham.
Samuel Edward Pijanowski.
Zachary John Cutting.
Gabriel Anthony Percicanti.
Danilo Alexander Sopp.
Grace Catherine Pangon.
Lathan James Dahlquist.
Juliana Elise Pitts.
Michael Aaron Damiani.
Alexander Lucas Plonsky.
Ryan Harrison Davis.
Madison Ann Port.
Kaya Day.
Charles Justin Power.
Talia Stephanie De Satrahano.
Paul Joseph Pozniak.
Stephen Patrick D'Angelo Jr.
Nolan Matthew Pronchik.
Ryan Nicholas Debro.
Riley Marie Quinn.
Matthew William Deckard.
Alyssa Sky Quintrell.
Emma Rose Deeney.
Colby Raymond Rock.
John Richard Anthony DeFalco.
Mahidar Reddy Rajula.
Gianna Rose DeFlavia.
Blake Christian Ralston.
Christopher Francis DeHaan.
Colin Andrew Reed.
Michael Russell DeHaan.
Angelina Isabella Ramirez.
Haley Lynn DeHaven.
Carter Douglas Redmond.
Olivia Peyton Demeter.
Aaliyah Zaina Reed.
Miranda Jane DeRosa.
Nadine Dorothea Reed.
Sahil Dharmesh Desai.
Sage Marley Reed.
Shreya Sanjeev Desai.
Jake Alexander Ray.
Sia Sanjeev Desai.
Salvatore Russell Reyna.
Marlena Elizabeth DeSantis.
Emma Nicole Reinert.
Madison May Detweiler.
Nathan Brett Reinert.
Alexia Lauren DeChico.
Olivia Christine Reinert.
Lindsay Rose Denena.
Andrew James Ryder.
Gabrielle Grace Dorico.
Mosiah Josiah Sharon Rhodes.
Dylan Eleanor Diskin.
Joseph Stephen Ricevuto.
Mason Robert Doan.
Malika Denise Ricks.
Connor Michael Donnelly.
Maya Elizabeth Rittenbaugh.
Ashley Nicole Doherty.
Renee Rivera Jr.
Abigail Patricia Dersch.
Nathaniel John Roche.
Haley Marie Duncan.
Cameron Grace Robbins.
Morgan Bree Dunleavy.
Megan Hope Robbins.
Nikolai Alexandrovich Etchin.
Kristen Nicole Roddy.
Erica Lynn Eichhoff.
Coleman Wesley Rogers.
Lily Christine Eller.
Yash Bisham Rohera.
Lexa Abby Embry.
Taya Marie Rollins.
Ava Marie Engro.
Kayla Marie Romano.
Henry William Erb.
Sean Joseph Romberger.
Jillian Helise Erb.
Omari Amandio Ramu.
Julian Alexander Erb.
Seamus William Rooney.
Andrew James Eros.
Addison Yosef Roth.
Elizabeth Dijon Euseda Morazan.
Isabel Marie Royer.
Kaylee Marie Evans.
Emma Marie Ruzanovsky.
Michael Luke Fazio.
Nicholas William Rush.
Thomas Lowell Felder.
Anthony Paul Rabarchek Jr.
Riley Maeve Ferrier.
Matthew David Sabin.
Caitlin Rose Ferry.
Christopher Joseph Sabo Jr.
Connor Matthew Finnegan.
Maris Noel Sadowski.
William David Fish.
Muhammad Ali Mohamed Safa.
Mackenzie Christina Fitch.
Harry Sahu.
Danielle Elizabeth Flad.
Jenna Marie Sadie.
Jack Ryan Foch.
Ananya Sai.
Anthony Joseph Felino IV.
Luke Anthony Sanders.
Bryn Francis Frankhauser.
Aaron Gabriel Santiago Jr.
John Rocco Frescone Jr.
Michael Joseph Scalia.
Julian Brian Freeland.
Olivia Francesca Scaramucci.
Naya Lee Freeman.
Bennett Emery Schmalbach.
Sarah Nicole Fritzinger.
Kara Marie Schmidt.
Chad Robert Fullerton.
Time Lorena Schwantes.
Hannah Marie Gable.
Caitlin Marie Schwartz.
Rylan Sage Gable.
Gabriel Xavier Seals.
Megan Marie Gallagher.
Benjamin Lewis Seaman.
Logan David Gallister.
Talia Ann Seidner.
Braden John Gamber.
Devin Michael Suberling.
Ryan Garman.
Reese Elliott Schaefer.
Brian Gregory Gary Jr.
Elise Ray Sholkowski.
Elmer Josue Garza Rodriguez.
Jessica Lynn Schulter.
Brandon Lee Goss.
Ryan Michael Shaner.
Catherine Jane Genelati.
Katie Lynn Sharkey.
Addison Lynn Jett.
Nathan Stewart Sherman.
Justin Anthony Gianpietro.
Akshaya Shiv Sundar Reka.
Kavana Marie Gibbett.
Lydia Ann Simpson.
Mitchell Christopher Gilson.
Pooja Talaman Singh.
Kaylee Elizabeth Glossner.
Viplav Singhal.
Matthew Drake Goldberg.
Brendan Matthew Seitz.
Dean Elliott Golden.
Cole Allen Smith.
Anthony Walter Goldsmith.
Elizabeth Grace Smith.
Ariani Elizabeth Gomez.
Yannicka Smith.
Elena Rose Gonteric.
Lily Anna Smith.
Tiana Melissa Good.
Lorena Rose Smith.
Nicholas Wayne Grenice.
Quinton Oliver Smith.
Gavin Thomas Gray.
Summer Faith Smith.
Gianna Paige Graziano.
Mackenzie Rose Smith Furlong.
Lanaya Monet Green.
Luke David Snyder.
Marley Margaret Greenwood.
Aliza Rachel Sodakoff.
Kira Patricia Griffin.
Ryan Michael Solofsky.
Sierra Monet Griffith.
Brandon Richard Solomon.
Aislinn Grace Gross.
Carly Jordan Solomon.
Alexis Arena Grotel.
Dinasia Lauren Speaks.
Danny May Grover.
Zacchaeus Emmanuel Spence.
Gianna Marie Grozinski.
Alexandra Jordan Stottlemyre.
Cassidy Loretta Galati.
Zachary Joseph Stark.
Avishi Gupta.
Kyle Patrick Stapp.
Ivor John Gustafson.
Avery Kristen Staples.
Ashley Nicole Gutschall.
Madeline Dolores Sterner.
Emily Elizabeth Hagner.
Heaven Kayla Statler.
Jill Sangamitra Halder.
Maddox Elizabeth Stone.
Emma Lynn Hanley.
Alec Francis Strankowski.
Rebecca Elizabeth Harvath.
Gavin Reese Stroop.
Zaneb Hashmi.
Mung Sukte.
Andre Walter Hayes.
Reese V. Sullivan.
Dalen Destiny Haynes.
Nathan Patrick Serrani.
Callie Elizabeth Healy.
Zachary Kenneth Serrani.
Jacob Scott Hine.
Santosh Suresh Kumar.
Matthew William Hensler.
Gage Vincent Swanger.
Marvin Antonio Hernandez Chavez.
Colin Francis Sweetie.
Cameron Elizabeth Heron.
Gwendolyn Irene Swink.
Benjamin Mason Hershaft.
Amanda J. Tarr.
Sophie Lynn High.
Cadence Marie Tarr.
Genevieve Elise Hillsmeyer.
Courtney Lee Taylor.
Victoria Rose Hillsmeyer.
Emily Grace Taylor.
India Salasia Hines.
Nathan Joseph Taylor.
Samuel Joseph Hinterstein.
Lance Michael Terizzi.
Ishan Malish Hurrier.
Daniel Paul Thomas Jr.
Olivia Bictao Huang.
Mackenzie Danelle Thomas.
Samantha Lynn Hobbs.
Samuel Jonathan Thomas.
Kimmy Ann Hoisington Marin.
Caitlin Singh Tran.
Brian Christopher Holland Jr.
Sebastian Jumyan Tran.
Matthew Keith Holland.
Natalie Anjali Chipper.
Tyler James Holland.
Sierra Renee Turner.
Owen Andrew Holland.
Ian Richard Tursinski.
Kira Xavier Hollahan.
Jacob David Yuba.
Zachary Lawrence Horwat.
Aiden Charles Tui.
Isaac Howe.
Declan Patrick Tui.
William Joseph Householder.
Wyatt Scott Ullman.
Kayla Ann Hunt.
Abigail Hope Undercuffler.
Nicholas Raymond Burgess Hutt.
Francis Joseph Undercuffler III.
Julia Elizabeth Hayden.
Riley Jade Van Ness.
Mark Allen Inman Jr.
Joseph Peter Venisco.
Jonathan Edward Jackson.
Ashley Vasquez.
Ayushi Jane.
Albany Thubin Viet.
Christopher Paul Gerald Jr.
Manas Vohal.
Sienna Carolyn Johnson.
Kendall Rain Vrocher.
Olivia Marin Johnson Burke.
Jordan Ray Wilkson.
Cameron Lucas Jones.
Nathan Dominic Voto.
Noah Ortiz Jones.
Jacob Noah Walter.
Talia Ann Jones.
Natalie Wamitha.
Natalie Marie Justice.
Jessica Mary Warble.
Akshith Kachakaila.
Madison Elizabeth Workington.
Tawana Hannah Kayangarara.
Joshua Connor Watkin.
Chloe Edisi Kappen.
Aubrey Elise Weaver.
Madeline Elizabeth Kaufman.
Kyle Edward Weber.
Colt Brian Keene.
George Weefar.
Clayton Francis Keffer.
Braden James Weigelt.
John Francis Kelly.
Riley Thomas Weiss.
Ava Marie Kelsch.
Travell Elijah Wellens.
Mackenzie Taylor Kennedy.
Jeremy Paul Welty.
Joseph William Kern.
Elizabeth Elaine Wentworth.
Tyler David Clabe.
Alyssa Reese Wentz.
Wyatt Douglas Klein.
Anna Britta White.
Aiden William Kling.
Caden Blaze White.
Gavin Daniel Kliphan.
Lauren Nicole Wilczaki.
James Alexander Knowles.
Grace Elizabeth Wilding.
Alexander Peter Kalivas.
Declan Joseph Wilhelm.
Brian Douglas Korchak Jr.
Christine Ashley Williams.
Kylie Ruth Cott.
Cameron Liam Prescott Wilson.
Ryan Michael Kovaleski.
Carter Robert Wilson,
Brendan Andrew Crass,
Claire Abbott Wilson,
Shayla Aaron Kratz,
Matthew Garrett Wilson,
Caitlin Ann Kraus,
Carly Mae Winston,
Morgan Renee Kunze,
Daniel Jack Winters,
Casey X. Labont,
Cody James Wisniewski,
Aaron Patrick Lang,
Justin Russell Wickstead,
Tyler William Lark,
Madeline Louise Wright,
Aiden Paul Lassick,
Haley Michelle Wynn,
Anthony Thomas Latanzi,
Alexandra Lee Yeagle,
Sophia Eleni Lazaglo,
Mohammed Ismail Yost Hassan,
Alexandra Faith LeBlanc,
Nicole Haejin Yoon,
Alan J. Lee,
Matthew James Yurko,
Andrew William Lee,
Mason James Zangrilli,
Jared Layton,
Emma Clark Zazowski,
Jake Steele Leinbach,
Erin Clark Zazowski,
Justin Thomas Lejeune,
Jason Matthews Zatigits,
Morgan Noel Lester,
Abigail Rose Zawislak,
Alexander William Lewis,
Bianca Zhang,
Harley Savannah Lewinko,
Sierra Grace Zielinski,
Sarah Rose Lindsay,
Zachary Peter Zollers,
Kyle Jose Aiden Lashesky,
Jack Michael Zweifel,
Caleb Reese Little, Valerie Alejandra Lozada Uribe, France Gian Lundy,
Eleanor Marie Gerald,
Victoria Rose Angiolillo,
Grace Catherine Dietrich,
Jacqueline Regina Van Holst,
Hail Springford High, hail to the blue and gold. Loyal sons and daughters claim thee, grateful voices raise to praise thee. Hail Alma Mater dear, your name will e'er revere. Hail Springford High, hail to the blue and gold. Shining memories linger of thee, we will ever live to love thee. Hail Alma Mater dear, your name will e'er revere.
I know, I watched it. There we go. Excellent job.